So we can have a type of ear infection out here called swimmer's ear or otitis externa. That's just from getting water in your ear and it getting a little bit damp. Maybe you get a fungal infection, maybe a bacterial infection. It's easy to treat with drops. Normally, the pressure equalizes on either side of this eardrum and fluid drains down through this little tube here. This is called the Eustachian tube. Let me lift this way up here so you can get a look at it. So at this end of the Eustachian tube, it gets very narrow and then it gets wider down here. Down at this end, in a child, it's about the size of spaghetti. And at this end, about the size of a hair. Very tiny. It gets bigger in adults. The other thing is in children, it tends to be more horizontal, more like this. And then as you grow, it tips down so that it points more down. So what that means is it doesn't drain as well in children. Being more horizontal, gravity doesn't help as much. Every time you swallow, it pops open. And you may have felt that if you were in an airplane or driving up in the mountains or driving from the mountains down to sea level, you feel the need to pop your ears. That's because there's pressure on your ears. And if you swallow or chew gum, then the motion of swallowing or chewing gum is actually in your neck, but it pulls on this area here and opens up that tube so stuff can drain. So the cold is typically a virus. Remember that if a virus is the size of this Lego, then a bacteria is the size of this water bottle. So remember, a virus isn't a cell. It doesn't have a cell wall or a cell membrane. It's just a little capsule of instructions for how to make more viruses. And so that can spread all through your head. And so that's why when you have a cold, it's usually all over. You might feel achy in your body, your nose is stuffy, your head hurts, your ears hurt, everything can hurt. If in here you end up with a lot of fluid from that virus, and we all have some bacteria on us, and then it starts filling with bacteria and getting really yucky and it pushes this eardrum out, so it's all pushed and bulging, so it bulges out into the ear canal here. That can get really painful. That's called an ear infection.